Good day. Today we're looking at the Agile Kanban. So what is the Kanban? Kanban is an Agile methodology that is not necessarily iterative. Kanban is a popular framework used to implement Agile software development. It requires real-time communication of the capacity and full transparency of the work. Work items are represented visually on a Kanban board, allowing the team member to see the state of every piece of work at any given time. So let's look at what Kanban allows us to do. Kanban allows the software to be developed in one large cycle. Despite this, Kanban is an example of an agile methodology because it fulfills all 12 principles behind the Agile Manifesto. Because while it's not iterative, it's incremental. So let's look at the Kanban board, which is a continuous map of the team's progress. When building it, your goal is to create a sustainable Kanban system that could stand the test of time. Let's look at the Scrum board. It's an it's an extension of the product backlog, and its goal is to get everything done by the end of the sprint. Logically, the board needs to reset after each iteration. As you can see, there's a link there. You can further go and read the difference between Scrum and Kanban. Find out more about the different methodologies. There are various links which you can click on. Use different publications. So let's look at the function of a BA in the SDLC. Typical functions of a BA in the SDLC. As it interacts with business and technical people, investigates and analyzes. He then also is responsible for the user accepted testing. So what will the SDLC be without a BA? There would be a rush to code or to build. There would be no measurement of business benefit. The ultimate goal. It's not about you, about the individual, but about the business of the client. The knowledge of the future state of the business according to the business strategy. Identify the gaps, conduct feasibilities, build and continually validate the business case, elicit, analyze, evolve, iterate, and validate the requirements and solution. How does a BA add value? He avoids unnecessary cost. He understands the requirement capability. Let's look at the reasons for change. The role of the BA in change management. Change management is a different discipline than business analysis, but the two complement each other. When there is no dedicated change manager resource or defined change management duties, the BA has an opportunity to help the project successfully meet its objectives by understanding the basis of the change manager and applying them in their activities. Understanding change. Every person will react to change in a different way based on culture, understanding. Let's look working primary change, primarily working with primary stakeholders on individual levels to drive the necessary change, and we should meet them where they are. So why change management is important? Organization changes, fusion takes over, change in management, new employees, diversification, and growth. Factors influencing the need for change. Demographics. The aging workforce put the focus on pensions, competition, cheap labor elsewhere forces due to rethink pay scales. Technology calls for faster turnarounds in some product lines. Legal change, maybe legal requirements. Economic increase of indirect taxation, changes to consumer spending. So let's look at the business case document. The business case document helps stakeholders understand what you want to do. The purpose of the business case is to determine and to document the justification for undertaking a project, usually based on the estimate cost of development and implementing against the risk and the anticipated business benefit and saving gained. If done correctly, the business case will provide a compelling justification for changes, the change which is outlined at the high level, what is broken at the lower level, the solution that is possibly impacts. The business case. The purpose of the business case is to outline the rationale for undertaking the project and to define the parameters and management factors involved in the project itself. It provides the project manager with a tool to guide design, management, and evaluate the project. The business case serves three purposes. It provides project managers with the opportunity to think throughout the project in a systematic, step-by-step manner, and it explains why the project should be undertaken, and it provides a framework for completion of the project on time and in budget. So let's look at what the BCD answers. Why we are doing the project, how much time it takes, how we will measure success, and what alternatives we have. Look at other answers. So let's look at the structure of the BCD. The structure of the BCD needs to be clear and have plenty of headings and subheadings that will guide the reader. So let's look at part A of the structure. The executive summary. It's a summary or synopsis, and it justifies why the solution. If we look at heading B, shows the roles of the members in the business case document and project, shows you the executive sponsor, the project management, manager, software support. Part C shows you the problem statement, as well as the technology used, whether we're using technology migration, Part D shows us an overview of the project, the goals and objectives, SMART goals and objectives, the risk and the constraints, and major milestones. The strategic alignment, how does this practice help the organization achieve its strategy? Look at part F, which shows the cost benefit. Is the technology viable? Does the project look and feel? How does the project budget look, and is it reasonable? Does the organization have the competency to deliver? Do we use purchase software or build in-house, and is training needed? Let's look at part G, alternative analysis. It says by alternatives should be a brief summary of what you considered alternatives and the reasons for not selecting. Let's look at part H, signatures. Signatures needs to be obtained from owners, management to get the go ahead. So let's look at starting an IT project. In the next video, we will go through starting an IT project. Thank you.